100-man army fell off the wagon. And I could tell in the comments how irate one of our family has. I could tell something wasn't right. So we got him on the show, last caller, and that was Craig from New Zealand. And we got him on the show. And I extended the show just for him, just to find out what was wrong. Because he's one of our 100-man army, and it's very important to make sure we know where we're all at and if we're good. And this is the good thing about this, is that we could interconnect with each other really nicely here. And lately, another 100-man army has not fallen off, but we'll get him on right now. And it's Junkyard Dog, and he's been on the show multiple times. And let's get him on. And let me just put let's get Junkyard Dog on, okay? You are tuned in to Mike in the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Junkyard Dog here on episode 553 of Mike in the Night. And I want to wish you happy Easter. But before you speak, it sounds like you're going through a tough time. And we're family here on this show. Buddy, what's going on?
Well, yeah, it's been a rough spot. At the beginning of the month there, my truck went down. So I was home for 2 weeks getting some motor work done and a new radiator and front tires and steer rims, and during that I blew a brake line on my old pickup, and buddy, I just dropped $14,500.
Pesos?
Yeah.
Oh, pesos. That's not bad.
Yeah, pesos. I don't even know what pesos is.
That would be, if that was Bolivares, that would be like $3. But no, yeah, I'm getting you, bud. And I know that it's been eating at you, like this situation of the cost of living and stuff. And I've been backtracking with you over the last couple of months with older videos. You're talking about inflation. You're talking about this. And I just keep sending you videos we made 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago talking about this. And to show you that I'm not hiding this or I'm not suppressing this on my channel. It's just something we talked about for ages now. And it's getting old. So we have to kind of touch new topics. But how is inflation hitting you as a truck driver?
It's pretty rough. Like I've been in contact with dealerships, looking maybe to trade the truck in, get something newer, maybe something that
more reliable.
A little more reliable. But as I'm talking to mechanics and I'm talking to the equipment that they've produced 2015 and newer, like they're having problems with like the 18, 19, 20, with camshafts and injectors and like, so there's no less of two evils. I can't afford to, as an owner operator running on today's income that they're allowing us to make. I can't afford to buy another truck. This truck's it. That's it. And when it's gone, it's done. I'm going to be out of the industry.
And what does that mean? Because you were upset how the price of housing, the price of food, the price of this, the price of that.
The price, parts price. Like an engine air filter went from $178. That I would have to, your air filter for your engine.
Yep.
It's now $295.
Wow.
So things are going up, and the wages aren't keeping up. I know I'm saddling a dead horse because that's my life, and that's my whole world is to keep the wheels rolling. I don't want to bore anybody, but
You're not boring anybody. I'm calling on you on this because I know you're feeling down, and I know I don't like to hear, that one of our soldiers are down and out. And last week we did it with Craig. I don't know if you saw last week's show, and
uh,
he was down
yeah,
and out.
I've been watching the shows, but I fall asleep because I watch so much. Like I watch and then I fall asleep, so I miss some of it.
That's okay.
But yeah, no, I didn't see that. I'll go back and rewatch that. Yeah, no, it's just been tough. Like I made good money for up until the truck broke. I had 2 months. I made really good money, and then I gave it all away, the whole thing, to repairs.
It's that thing we've been talking about, that never-ending, what do you call it, treadmill. That treadmill, never-ending treadmill that you just keep going in the same spot. You don't move ahead, and if you do move ahead a bit, you end up going back to the same spot, and you're not going anywhere. You're just in that spot.
Just in that spot. Yeah, I'm just, it's just upsetting. I work long, hard hours, and I'm delivering the things that everybody needs, and I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom. you know, a major person in the economy, and I'm at the bottom.
Yeah,
I just
you're a
saw.
major. Without you, my baked beans and corned beef hash doesn't make it to my table. Without you,
Yeah,
without you, the stop signs and all the important infrastructure that gets moved around the country to actually keep us in order or keep us civil doesn't
yeah.
get moved around without you. You are our bloodline, and our truckers are our bloodline and a very important key infrastructure into maintaining a civil country. And once logistics goes out the window, man, you could kiss everything goodbye.
Well, and I've had conversations like you and I have had before on the channel, and in person, like in private. I've contacted the government, and I flat out ask them, when do you plan on taking over the transportation industry completely?
We've been talking about the federalization of transport back in 2019, and people thought I was out of my mind.
Oh, it's not. I don't think it's out of their question. They have conversation with me about it. I mean, they must be somebody somewhere in the government must be tossing it around because they're not telling me I'm nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, very heartbreaking to hear, but you got to stay strong. You got to stay motivated. You got to set some goals, buddy. Set some positive goals. Forget about the whole money thing. Forget about the whole truck. Set some other goals. Yeah, you want to fix your truck. That's a goal. Yeah, you want to, but start setting some mid to long term goals. But buddy, like say, oh, I want to live here or I would like to have this done by this time, and I'm going to work towards that. And you'll find a way to it. Eventually, whatever it is you're working towards, you'll find a way to it.
I'm working towards retirement. I've set a kind of a goal, like 4 or 5 years. I'll keep spinning my wheels, and then after that, if it's still the same, then I'm just about on the verge of retirement, early retirement. The age I'll be 53 now, so I got another 7 years. But
Let me
uh,
rephrase that. Retirement to where?
I'm probably going to go to a cheaper part of Canada. I think
Okay.
if there is a cheaper part of Canada, then
I'd just say go to Alabama if you want to go real cheap, right? But
yeah, no, I don't. I'd like to, but I like North Carolina. I like Virginia, West Virginia. I like those areas. Kentucky, Tennessee. I like those areas.
okay. Mid South.
I would do that, but I don't know if it's easy. I don't think they can just Canadians can just move to
As a
America.
retiree, there's a visa you can get as a retiree as long as you're not going down there to work.
Oh, that's interesting. I
Yep,
didn't know that.
look it up. I think it's an
I'll look up.
L5 or L9. I don't know what it's called anymore, but it's one of those. You could find it if you're retired and you're not going there to work.
Yeah,
Then it's a different story, right?
yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just and anybody could say, well, why doesn't he just sell the truck? And buddy, I've tried to sell the truck. Nobody wants it. there's too many. There's too right now. There's an influx in the industry, right in the transportation industry. Too many trucking companies are going bankrupt. Brokerages are even going bankrupt. The brokers are even going tits up. That broker the loads, they're going tits up. There's not enough freight for the volume that of operators that are out there and companies. Pride Logistics. Since we talked last, Pride Logistics across Canada,
Mm-hmm.
they pulled the plug a month ago.
Wow.
So every one of their equipment that they had, like if I had purchased Pride, like a Pride truck, one of their trucks, financed through them. So if they went tits up, so that means that truck has to go back because it's not in my name; it's in their name.
Yeah.
So there's a huge amount of equipment flooding the market, and it's going cheaper and cheaper, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's creating an oversupply. And now
there's
that
no
the
work.
oversupply exists, the oversupply basically kind of dictates where the market's headed, right? So oversupply means you're going to see a drop in prices, and they're going to pick and choose what you want from a better selection, right? But if the oversupply gets too big, you could see an entire collapse in the sector. And if you do see an entire collapse in the sector, they'll be selling stuff for chump change, right? So it
Yeah,
depends on how long you're willing to hold out for, right? That's the question.
that's it. And you could say, well, why doesn't he go be a company driver? I left company driver position because it's too pushy. It's too
Mm-hmm.
dictatorship, too pushy, and I'm not. And a lot of these guys pay off their dispatchers, and they want premium runs. The gravy runs. I want
Mm-hmm.
the gravy. I'm your buddy. I want the gravy run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play that game.
Yeah,
You know,
a lot of us
I
are,
don't.
especially people that have experience like yourself and has worked himself to
Yeah.
the bone. You shouldn't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
be treated like that. No way.
No, it's bad treatment, and I mean I, I've been doing this 21 years. I should be doing the old guy stuff, the great. You know what I mean? It's called
Walmart
the old
greeter
guy.
or something.
Well, I mean, like the easier stuff, the better places, the nicer runs.
Well, I understand what you mean. You want the Walmart greeter position for driving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way it's been for years. You don't take the old boy and run the guts out of him like he's a 20-year old.
Yeah, yeah, it's not. Yeah. Any
You
final words, Junkyard Dog?
uh, I don't know. I don't like the way I don't. I heard there's an election, something to do with, and we're going to find out right away if there's going to be a Canadian election, federal election. They're starting something with the government for non-confidence, and if it goes through, we're going to get an election right away.
Okay. Well, my points of views on that Poilievre is not going to come and save Canada. You know that, right?
I, yeah, we all kind of understand that. We know we're fucked.
So,
I wanted to tell you the car dealerships. I've been looking around for another vehicle since I blew the brake line and had to spend $1,500 on that, and I still got more work to do on it. So I thought, get rid of it, try to sell it. So I've been trying to sell it to a handyman or something, someone who could fix it and make. And no, that's not happening. Nobody wants it anyway. Friggin' car dealerships are telling me that nobody's buying newer stuff. Everybody's the people that buy from dealerships, they want the cheaper older stuff, and they're doing it on lines of credit or
mhm.
credit cards. They
Yeah,
don't want to pay the high interest, right?
they're paying. Yeah, they're over leveraging is what they're doing when they're buying it on
So
credit, right?
they're forcing, and so basically we're we're going to get forced. I can see it coming. This is what I see coming. We're going to be forced to buy the next thing that they're going to shove down our throats.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be able to with the interest rates, they're making it hard for the little guy to continue. Like they're
Right.
going to they're going to force us into big payments, big interest, we are going to owe money after death.
Oh, yeah, death and
We're gonna
taxes.
we're gonna owe money after death. We're gonna put our burdens on our family.
That's you know, I want to throw something up there real quick. I did a tax generational debt video back in 2014, 2015 on channel. I was talking about generational debt and bringing back, they may be bring back debt prisons and generational debt, where if I take on X amount of debt, then my kid has to burden it and carry it, and my grandkids need to carry it. Luckily, I'm not in debt, but I'm saying generational debt may be something for the future, and also debt prisons might come back.
Yes, I believe that. I think we're heading that way. Did you ever Google the Gordy How Bridge that's going to be done? They wanted it done between Ontario and Windsor, or Windsor, Ontario, and Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
67 or 61 billion dollars.
What?
Canadian
For a bridge?
Canadian for a bridge. Canada's building the bridge. Then they're going to take all the revenue from it.
Well, they're going to launder that money. That money, like 98% of that money is going to go to politicians' pockets, and it's going to go to a lot of the contractors' pockets, and then it's going to cost $1 billion, not even $1 billion, 700 million to build the bridge.
Yeah, bring it up. Google it. Gordy How Bridge. It was supposed to be done the fall of 2024, and now it's later, a year late. Excuse me, fall of 2025.
Okay, Gordy Howe National Bridge. Let me go on their news.
Yeah, there's an argument. The guy that owns the Ambassador Bridge sued the government for trying to build that bridge.
Record-breaking bridge to U.S. takes shape in impressive time lapse. So that's the Gordy Howe Bridge, the longest cable-style bridge in North America, is gearing up to cross the long-awaited milestone. Let's see if they have 4,000 workers. Let's see if they have the price. No, there's no price tag here. And you said how much was it?
When you watch the video, it shows you in the video of the building of the bridge.
Okay.
It was supposed to be 40 something billion, then it went to 50 something billion, now it's 60 billion.
Holy crap. 50 something billion buys you a medium-sized country in Africa.
Buddy, we're paying for this bridge. We're paying for this bridge. The Canadian government building the bridge. The Americans didn't donate a dime.
So this is like 400. So let's argumentatively, billions are going to be laundered through politicians' pockets for this. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
billions. Buddy. Billions are going to be hitting bank accounts.
I thought you'd like to hear that.
Yeah, it's an $800 million bridge to build is costing billions and billions. Yep, you can see where your money is being laundered.
Yeah.
Anyways, Junkyard Dog, thanks for coming on Mike in the Night on such short notice. I appreciate we always appreciate coming on and updating us. And we'll get you on in a couple of weeks to update us, okay, buddy?
Sounds good, buddy. You take care.
God bless you, bud. Happy Easter.
You betcha. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.